welcome to part 4 of our Flex Pen series. Let's jump right into where we left off. We were on a Maybe Todd, a Blackbird. Oh, Maybe Todd Blackbird. I'll write that in here. Ooh. There's a lot of ink at the tip of this right now. We're trying to decide what to call this, medium or broad. I think we're going to go with broad. And we were also trying to decide whether it was super flex or full flex. Still up for debate. Okay, so let's see if this helps. I'm going to write these 2 sentences. I'm going to write this one sentence 2 times. One, I'm going to use all the flex. It doesn't take much pressure at all to get it to flex. Okay. And now I'm going to write the same sentence without trying not to use any flex. While not applying any pressure. Okay, one, I am going to say broad because I'm getting these squared off tops here. You see? So, and okay, so full flex is a decent noticeable amount of flex with some pressure. A super flex is a lot of flex with a little pressure. I don't know. It was a little bit of pressure. I don't know. Still on the fence about that one. It's in the middle somewhere. I guess it's hard to tell. I'm not an expert, so that's probably why it's so hard for me. I guess I just have to say I don't know. Okay, so there's that one. And moving on to the next one. Oh! Alright, the next one is not vintage. This is one of the 4. They're not vintage. All of these are vintage except for 4 of them. Alright, this is... the nib is a Fountain Pen Revolutions nib. It's called an Ultra Flex. It's a size 6. What can I say about it? Let's see. It's put in, I put it in a Genhao pen. It was easy to put in, not easy to take out. I tried to take it out the other day and it's actually gone away now. I gave myself a little bruise right here, but it's all better. Yeah. So we'll get right to writing. We can determine whether it's broad and where it falls on the flexiness. I think it's pretty flexy. Let's see. And this is the ink in there. It's their ink, Fountain Pen Revolution ink. Royal Flush Blue. This is, typically it doesn't do this. I think it's a super flex, although if I'm going to call this a super flex, then this is definitely a super flex. But I don't feel like it's fair to compare modern flex nibs with vintage flex, because vintage is just so, it's just in its own category. And let's write sentences for this. I don't know if I touched this paper too much. Okay, and here we're not going to flex. Wow. I really have to be careful not to get my hands on the paper because it makes it so that this is what it does. This is why I use these things. Alright, so there's that. And moving on. This is a Maybe Todd. It's a Maybe Todd pen. And you know, the nib on this one is not, it doesn't say Maybe Todd. So I don't know if this nib was added after and it's something else. See? Or if this is one of Maybe Todd's nibs. I'm not sure. But the way it writes reminds me of the way another Maybe Todd that I have writes. So, well, let's get to writing with it and see what it does. I don't usually cap my post my pens just because I don't like little indents to happen. But then I also don't want to lose my cap, so this makes me feel like it gives me a sense of security when it's on there. I'm not going to lose it. But I usually don't post my pens unless it's a tiny pen and I need to in order for me to feel like it's balanced out. But this one actually does feel good posted. So I'm going to post it. Alright, this one's got some red in it. I think it's got red dragon in there, so that's what we'll go with. I'm going to dip it. Right, so we'll start off with saying Maybe Todd. I love the sound of that. I might do I don't know what they call it, ASMR. I might do one of those, an episode of that, where I'm just writing. Really pretty. This is a nice flexi. This is a medium. I think. Medium tip. And for the flex, I think it's a full flex. It's got the flex is decent. It's noticeable amount with some pressure. I've got to put a little bit of pressure on it. And I feel like the difference is like this one, the Blackbird it's uncomfortable to use the pen and not flex it. Okay, so that's kind of, to me, puts it in the super flex category. Like, it's a flex nib. Whereas this one, I think this one would be a full flex because you could use it as a daily writer. It doesn't feel awkward to not flex it. So I'm going to say this is a full flex, in my opinion. But I'm totally open to learning. If somebody knows, like, has information about, someone's knowledgeable in this about fountain pens, and they're like, well, that doesn't work. Full flex. And now I'll do my sentences. Let's get it brighter. Very nice. And now I'll write the same sentence without using any pressure. Yeah, it writes nice. It's over. There we go. This is easily a daily writer. This is a nice pen. Nice for beginners. Nice for people with experience. I really like this pen. And it's nice looking. All right, moving on. What do we have here? A Waterman. Waterman Commando. Waterman Commando screws off, and it's got a Waterman nib, 14 karat. Oh, it doesn't tell the number. Usually it's got like a 2 on there, or you know, whatever the number is, but not this one. It is a lever fill action there. I haven't filled it like that though yet. Waterman's Commando. I'm posting it again. All right. So I forgot to do something. I forgot to write that this one was a swan. Okay. This one might be fine. Yeah, fine tip. Okay, and I think this one is more of a semi-flex. There's a little bit of flex, and you don't have to put a lot of pressure, but you've got to. There's not that much flex. So, just behind that, it's got, I think it would fall into the semi-flex category. Also, don't forget, semi-flex is the same as saying medium flex. Okay. Let's do our sentences to see if it holds up. I have another. All right, now we're going to write with the pen without flexing it, without applying any pressure. Oh. All right. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm going to end here.